Okay, here we go. Today we're going to check how can we use present simple in English. At first, we use this English tense to talk about routines, habits, and consecutive actions that happen at present time. It's very important that we check this topic because it's basic. Now, let's look at example. We have I wake up, I get off, and I have my shower. As you can see, we have I wake up, next, I get up, next, I have a shower. It's a consecutive action, it's a routine, and maybe kind of habit. Now, in this English tense, it's divided into main parts. For example, we have first person and third person. Don't forget that. We have in first person, we use the subject I, you, we, and they. And in third person, we use he, she, and it. It's very important that we know what is the correct division. Okay, now we have at the first part the structure for first person. We have the subject, your verb in simple form, complement. For example, I go to school every day. Okay, now, but what happened with third person? It's kind of different, a little bit, but it changed. We have, for example, the subject plus the verb in third person, plus complement. For example, she goes to school every day. Now, in the first sentence, we have the verb go in simple form. Okay, but in third person, we use the verb in the same tense, the third person. Okay, now, what about third person? Third person has three main rules. For example, we have the verb ending with e or ending or with consonant. For example, we have the verb dance, pot, work, begin, open, bake, or like. All of these verbs end with e or a consonant. Okay, now the rule says that you have to add just a letter s at the end of the verb in order to change it into third person. Okay, for example, dance, dances, pot, pots, work, works, begin, begins, open, opens, bake, bakes, and like, likes. Now, in the second rule, we have verbs ending in o, x, sh, or ch. If you have a verb ending with one of these, we have to add es at the end of the verb. For example, we have go, goes, fix, fixes, wish, wishes, watch, watches, do, does, mix, mixes, or brush, brushes. It's very important, this rule. Okay, and finally we have verbs ending in y. Ending in y, we have maybe fly, try, spy, play, and say. But pay attention, it's kind of difficult because in this rule there are two different ways. For example, if you can see, we have the verb fly. The verb fly ends with y, so we have to change it y for I plus es. Try, the same, y, you have to change it for I, es. Dry, dries, spy, spies. But what happened with play and say? This is different. Why? With the verb fly, try, dry, and spy, we have a consonant before y. Okay, for example, L, R, or P. Okay, that's why we use this form. Okay, but if your verb ends with y but before the Y we have a vowel, in this case play or say, we have to add just S. Play, plays, or say, says. Okay, now here we have some examples about it, and the idea is together we're going to try to solve them in order to improve and practice the topic. For example, we have 6 sentences about it, and the idea is we have to try to complete them. So now we have the first example. It says, I study English. We swim in the pool. You dance tango. She wait in train station. He read a book, and they teach French. Now, pay attention. It's very important that you have to remember what is first and what is third person. Now, if your sentence you have a first person, you have to write the verb in the same way that you have in brackets, okay? Or if you have your sentence with a third person, you have to change the verb into third person, okay? I'm going to give you some time, and then we're going to check what would be the right answers. Okay, I think that it's enough. We have the right answers. In the first one we have I study English. Why study or not studies? Study is for first person, okay? And I is first person. Number 2 we have we swim in the pool. We don't change the verb swim into swims because we it's first person, okay? So now we have you dance tango. Dance, it's simple because you it's first person. Number 4, she waits in the train station. Now she it's third person, that's why we use waits instead of wait. Number 5, he reads a book. It's the same like number 4, he it's third person, that's why we use the verb in third person. Reads a book. And finally 6, they teach French. In this case they it's first person, that's why we use teach in simple form, okay? And now on your notebook please, we have 9 sentences, and the idea is you have to complete the verb that you have in brackets in these lines in the right way. Is it first person, third person, first person, third person, okay? That's all for today. Thank you so much.